Welcome back, and thank you for joining my channel. Mississippi Survivor here, and I just wanted to bring to you the Shoemaker. And I know you're probably wondering, hey, why is he bringing this? We've already seen this. Some of you have, some of you haven't. But my reasoning for showing you this particular unit is this is a Shoemaker jump starter. Now, I don't use it for jump starting at all. But it's good to have that feature in case it's needed. So I budget things and budget what I do. You know, can't just go spending much money, especially when you don't have it. So this is my power station on the budget. Now I've seen some people online get this unit for $89, some $70, some dollars. For me, my area must be expensive because this unit cost me $129, and that was after discount from an employee. So it was $149 before that. So a lot of people know what's going on in the world. Some doing nothing about it, some are, and there's got to be quite a few people doing something about it, because a lot of people are getting hip to the same thing that I'm doing, and when I go to look for these items, they are gone. Yeah. So also with the hurricanes from Louisiana, it's a lot of people migrated to my area, which I'm in Mississippi, obviously. And I ran into quite a few people the other day that was from Louisiana, and house ladies said her house, all the houses around her house was destroyed, and it only bent the antenna on their house. Their house was fully standing, and I was like, that's definitely a blessing because it could have killed everybody, but it didn't. And you know, I know she got to thank God for that. So, without further ado, we're going to be talking about the Shoemaker jump starter. I just want to call it Shoemaker because I'm not using that part. I only use it unless I have to. Hopefully not, because I don't want to use it for that. Uh, but it is several features on this unit that I really like, and we're going to talk about that. Again, I use this for my everyday power station. I try to use what I have, my preps. My reason for that is because if something happens, I want to know that this unit will be able to hold me for however long. I need to know that, what it can run, what it can't run. So I did several tests on it, and I found one unit that just will not run at all. But here, I'm going to try to do this without turning around. Just my view off the camera. I'm going to bag this up just a bit. And here, if I'm not mistaken here, let's pull this up. Yeah. It comes with two of your 12-volt adapter units, which is awesome. That's good. And then it's got your 210-volt, and these 110 volts are for the inverter. And here, this turns the unit on. Yes. And I love the digital display that lets you know how many watts you're using. So when you plug in your items, it'll show you how many watts are being used on this item. Here you have your light. It's a fairly decent light, which is always good to have a light on the unit in case it's dark. You can have that to navigate and plugging things into the unit so you don't mess something up, obviously. So let's turn that off. Over here is where you start for the jump starter. That's what that's for, which is also good as well. I don't have an issue with that. I do have an issue with this unit, but we're not going to talk about that just yet. And I really dislike this particular thing, but we're going to get to that in a minute. So, let's turn the unit around backwards so we can see the back of the unit as well. All right, this is the back of the unit. You got your positive and your negative cable. again, I'm taking these off because I wanted to show you guys something. So let's set these to the side for a minute. And right here, you'll see this is your gauge. This is a gauge for your, and here, let's see, can we get this out for you guys? There we go. This is air up your tires on your car, and what I like about this, it actually screws onto the tube itself, which is awesome. So you don't have to worry about plugging them on, they popping off from pressure or whatnot. And then over here, I think this is, let's see. I'm trying to do this without looking, guys. Okay, this is it. Now this is your switch. It's a little loud, but it's fine. It still does the job. And you'll see here when I turn that light on, it illuminates, which is good. And you, in the dark, you'll be able to see the pressure that you're putting in your tire, and you want to explode your tire. Okay. Now, this same switch also controls, which is the next thing I'm getting ready to show you guys. You turn this around to about here. That's good enough. And this controls, it's an inflator. Hold on. Let's see. I think this one here comes with the unit as well. Oh, that's backwards. Sorry, guys. Let's check this. Put this on the unit, and here, go back to your switch. And this time you're going to turn your switch in a upward position here. And you'll see a nice flow of air coming through there. And what that will do, just air up your, there's a nice flow of air coming through this thing, and then you're going to air up your mattresses, and also it has other units that goes into it, attachments, and blow up you some balloons or something like that keep from having a dizzy spell and fainting because you want to blow your balloons up with your mouth, which is not a good idea, not for me, because I'm not a teenager anymore, so I don't want to faint trying to blow up balloons. So this is an awesome tool for that. 2 different attachments for whatever purpose you want to use them for. And also, you take this same attachment here. Yeah, that's, well, dropping a few things, but I got it. Let's go back here. Let's attach this back to the unit. And over here, we're gonna go on the side. Then you plug this same unit into the side, and you hit this again in the same up and over. Now this time, what you're doing is you're deflating your bed or tires or whatever you want to deflate. You're going to deflate it with this. And this is the deflate side, and this is the air up side. So I like all the different features that it has. I think it's really nice. So let's put this away. Now, before I turn the unit back around, let me go ahead and plug this particular thing inside of it. Okay. I just had to put my colorful USB into this. But it has USB here on the front in case you didn't see it. And again, I think this is a light. Yeah, let's turn the unit on now. So of course I think this is a 3.0 USB, which is good for fast charging. You can charge up pretty much anything you need. Or you also can take this unit, which I don't have I have the adapter. I should have, well, I have it. Hold on 1 second, I'll show you. This is an adapter that I bought. You guys can get this off of eBay or offline. and it has multiple USB plugins, and it has an on and off switch for the ones that you're using and you're not going to use, and you can take that and then plug it into the USB and have multiple USB plugs. Just from my experience with doing computers for 17 years, I'm a computer technician for 17 years. My experience with this is the USBs. When you use that USB, you're using one USB to power all these units. So you're not going to be powering at 3.0. You know, so one may power at 3.0, or it may break it down and charge slower. But nevertheless, you can charge multiple things at one time. It may take a little longer, but you can do them all at one time, which is awesome because you can get them all charged up at the same time. Instead of charging one, then charging the other one, it's going to take a long time. So this is a great item to go along with this unit to make your power station. You got to make this thing what you want it to be. You got to make it what you want it to be. You know what I mean? You don't have the money to buy Blue Eddy and Bouge RV or whatever the case may be, or Jackery. I suggest you try to get like a unit like this would have these the specifications of the inverter and the 12 volt. Go ahead and get this unit and add it to it. They also have units that will have 3.0. I think that was a plug into the wall. They plug into the wall as well as plugging into the. We would plug that one into the actual 110 socket. If you do that, then the ones that they have some that will run 3.0 across the board. But it has to plug into a 110. Not plugging into a 110, running on a 3.0 is going to divide the power, drop the power down quite a bit. So let's move on. I love to demonstrate. That's my favorite thing to do. I've been through so many YouTube channels and videos before, and what I don't like on some of the videos that I go to is it's not, they want, okay, this has the capability of this, blah, 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 and it's going to do this, and whoop-de-whoop. Okay. That's just like telling me it's $100 outside. Go outside and check it out. As soon as the rain stops, it's going to have that $100 bill. No, that's not the way I operate. And someone that does a really good job at demonstrating is, I have to give a shout out to Lead Former 73. He does an awesome job at demonstrating, and he's very real. So, without further ado, let's do some demonstrating. So we're going to go with, again, this time I don't have to plug up the actual watt meter because this is going to tell you what it is on its own. So to make it a little easier, I'm going to turn it this way, plug up, and then I'll turn it back so you guys can see what's happening. Alright, so I'm going to plug that up. I know you've seen the light come on the side here, and of course this is a light. It is super bright, and the wattage, if you look at the unit, it's only pulling 18 to 19 watts for a light that bright. That's a lot of light for something that bright, and I can run several of them, which in another video I'm going to push this thing to the limit. But of course, on the inverter on this unit, it has safety feature, so they save the unit from burning up or whatever the case may be. It has a safety feature, so I tried to plug up this unit. Where is it? There's another one. It's a heater I bought from Walmart, $10 heater. I try to plug that unit in, and it will not come on at all. Now, my Go Power Plus will power it up, but again, the con with that is the air system is not that strong. It's not really equipped to run something that large. That was just I think 200 some watts. It's not 300, but 200 and something. But it wasn't equipped for that, so that was my bad doing, trying to push it to the limit and see what I can get. I do that because I want to know if I got a good quality piece of material or unit, and is it going to hold up to what I needed to hold up to. So there's the light, and we're going to go ahead and unplug this light. And the next thing we're going to run on the unit is, I always run this thing on everything because I want to know if it will work. Now, I never tried it on here, so I don't know if it'll work. Now, I know the Go Power Plus runs it. And I can vacuum 2 or 3 rooms. So, we're going to plug it in here. And we're going to try it here. So, about to turn it on. And let's see how many watts it is. 189 is going up. And is it going to stop there? It seems like it's going to stop right there. Yeah. 189. So the unit is running at 189 watts. Is what we have, is 189 watts. So it runs it just fine. Now, mind you, that same vacuum cleaner I ran with the Go Power Plus, and the Go Power Plus is only 100 watts. So it actually outdoes itself, which is awesome. Now, I'll show you my last thing here. Let's get this plugged up for you. I love this thing, I tell you. So, we're going to clip this onto here, like that. We're going to unplug the old trusty vacuum cleaner. And we're going to plug in the 12 volts. Now, let's spin it back around. For those that can't see, here you go. What this is my 12 volt fan, isolating 12 volt fan, and it has a switch on it, which is good. So you can hear. And if I raise it up just a hair, let's see what it turns for. Yeah, nice isolating fan. And that's for some hot days. Say you lose your electricity, you can probably, this will run a box fan. Obviously, if it runs that vacuum cleaner, it'll run a box fan as well. And this thing is only pulling 5 watts. The same amount of wattage that the bulb that I had, was pulling 5 watts. And this fan, I turned this fan on because I turned the air conditioner on because it was too cold. And it started to warm up a little bit, and I just turned on the fan. I ran the fan all night long on this unit. So this is something you could invest in, this 12 volt fan as well. So you power out, this thing will power all night. You can, if you got some backup solar on the wall, let me turn this off. Yeah, it would this will run all night on this 12 volts. If you have any backup power, solar, which I do, or whatnot, in the house, then you just plug your unit up to it and charge back up. Now, if your grid is still up, which mine's is up, I really don't care, because I still use it anyway, regardless, because I want to know what it can do, what it can't do. The worst thing in the world to do is try to figure out what it can do when the lights goes out. That sucks. So we're not going to do that. We test it this way. All right. Now let me tell you about the one con that I hate, and I think it's the most ridiculous thing I ever seen on this unit. I really think it's ridiculous. Also, yeah, the battery on the inside of this unit is on the back. Let me flip it around for you. The battery's down in here. You can take these screws out, pull this out, order you another battery, boom, you're done. Put it back in, You got your new unit. You ready to go. This unit will last you a long time. Any of these stuff really will last you a long time, depending on how you take care of it and how you treat it. Now, for the most ridiculous thing I ever seen in my life on a unit is this. This is how you charge the unit. Do you see this ridiculousness? This is crazy. It's a flip in, flip out. For $130, I would think I would have a cord that I can plug into a cord. I have to go get an extension cord because I can see you now. You can't plug this thing into it. What you gonna do? Take the whole unit and just plug it in the wall? I'm pretty sure it's not gonna stay there. So you have to instead buy your extension cord. And I wouldn't buy a cheap one. For me, I try to get one with enough gauge because I don't want straining or whatever. Although it's only, well, it still run off 110. So, but I just don't like this. That is so cheap and flimsy. It just got cheap right there. Yeah, and the inverter. The inverter's got nice power. I just don't like the on the inverter. The switch is good, but I just don't like that. It don't even try to do it. Try to run that particular unit. I mean, really. Also, if you guys hear that sound, that's the unit cooling itself down. And I hope it has a better cooling system than the Go Power Plus does. Because this cooling system really sucks. Yeah. Okay. So that's me. I'm wrapping this up for you guys. And I think I've got everything that this unit does. And it's for on a budget, guys. This is a great unit to use for a power station. You know what I mean? In a gym, or you don't have lights, you got a light on it. It can run some light for you. It tells you the wattage, so you know how long or whatever it's going to last. If you don't, then take the unit and run the unit yourself and see how long it's going to last. Now, so saying that, let me power the unit down as well. It charges up fairly decent. It's not fast, but it's fairly decent. I don't know why. And the Go Power Plus is like that as well. It's very slow to charge. I can have 2 bars on it to charge up, and I mean it takes all day plugged into the wall. So that's kind of crazy. This unit takes a while. It takes a while to charge, but it doesn't take as long as the Go Power Plus. And I got this down all the way down to 50%. And the Go Power Plus was down only 2 bars. So I've had it down for 1 bar, and it'll take hours to charge on the regular plug they got. Maybe they need some type of speed charging or something. I don't know. It would be great to get this thing to charge faster. I don't know if they got it charging slow because of the type of batteries in it. I don't know, but I know it can't withstand heat at all. Temperature will rise up immediately. Okay, so saying that, thank you guys for joining me, Mississippi Survivor. Y'all be blessed. Have a great day, and I'm out.